Everybody, before we get into the charts on this new trading week, I want to go over some developments that's happening within the U.S. The U.S. Treasury Department has put a little bit of pressure on crypto, Bitcoin, as they've decided to sell $1 trillion in T-notes starting immediately. So could they have started off a little too quickly, and that's why we had a little bit of a downturn here in crypto. So by printing these T-bills and selling off the T-bills, $1 trillion worth, it's going to put a lot of pressure on risk assets. So that could be what was responsible for the little downturn, or could literally be a little liquidity grab here this morning. But we'll take a look as XRP still maintains over the 53 cent mark, which is a pretty strong indicator. We've got XLM right around the 909 level. So again, on that inverted head and shoulders, do we come up farther, or have we hit a wall here? We'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's reversed under 27K, right around 26,750. And we'll also take a look at the DXY this morning just to see exactly which position we're going here and how the US dollar is responding. Make sure you hit that like button, as it's going to be a very, very jam-packed update, and it will help me greatly push through the analytics. I greatly appreciate each and every one of your support. And it's our opportunity this week on the start of a new trading week to choose positivity over negativity. If somebody's getting on your case, if somebody's making you uncomfortable, if somebody's maybe a little bit too, in your face for your likings, you give them a smile. Give them a smile. It'll back them off. And you know what? Honestly, it'll piss them off, but it'll keep you in that right positivity, the right mindset. And if you give positivity and you smile at people, that'll attract the right kind of attention. And you don't want to attract that negativity. So that's what we're focused here on this community. And that's a big change that I've made over the past several months. So make sure you hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side. Good morning, 9:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, June 5th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we got a lot to talk about this morning. A lot to talk about on the start of this trading week. So first things first, Bitcoin crypto under sell-off pressure as U.S. Treasury Department start issuing T-bills. This is very important to understand. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to collapse as over $1 trillion in treasury bills to be issued after the debt ceiling deal. So the U.S. Treasury Department didn't wait long enough after the debt ceiling deal and decided to start offering treasury bills immediately. The U.S. Treasury to auction $173 billion in short-term treasury bills on June 5th to start rebuilding its depleted cash balance. The $1 trillion in T-bills expected by the end of the third quarter as a result, Bitcoin and broader crypto market remain under selling pressure. Bitcoin crypto falling as U.S. Treasury start 173 billion T-bills auction. According to the U.S. Treasury Department, auction schedule, it will auction 173 billion in treasury bills on June 5th. 3 treasury bills of 13-week, 26-week, and 44-week, worth 65 billion, 58 billion, and 50 billion respectively, will be auctioned on Tuesday. Cash reserves in the U.S. Treasury General account fell to 22.89 billion on June 1st. From 635.99 billion in March. Risky assets such as crypto are vulnerable to higher volatility and weaker returns as higher treasury yields and a strong U.S. dollar will put pressure on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. A higher U.S. dollar will also put pressure on gold, silver, precious metals, because if the dollar's worth more, it's not that these things are going down, it's just they're not going to cost as much to buy if you've got more value in the dollar. The U.S. Treasury is expected to issue $1 trillion in T-bills by the end of the third quarter. It will drain U.S. dollar liquidity from financial market, increasing the risk of recession. The U.S. Treasury yields are already rising, with the U.S. dollar index, DXY, breaking above 104 to a high of 104.35 today. Meanwhile, the U.S. stock market futures hint at a flat opening on Monday amid oil and natural gas price jumping over 2%. And I'm not reading the whole Bitcoin thing. We will look at our chart because we're not looking at the FUD. We're just looking at the news that came out with the U.S. Treasury printing $1 trillion in T-bills. So that's a big story. U.S. dollar currency index is at 104.31. We have held that 103.67 support as we anticipated. Now, do we come up to that 105.30 and or all the way up to that 106.87? That's really the big question here. We know it's already have a reversal. We've got a nice rounding of the bottom. Looks like we put in a nice inversion there. So we have to see how that continues to play out. Gold's under a little bit of pressure. Silver under a little bit of pressure, down about 0.75% to 1%. Total crypto market cap down 1.16%. We've got to go through the routine this morning because it's a new trading week. If we can hold the 109.5 trillion, that is a big indicator right here. And we're below it right now. That's where we need to hold. We were attempting a golden cross in the 4-hour time frame and it got quickly rejected. But now it could be a consolidatory hold. We do have a W reversal. And as we always talk about, until this W reversal cracks, it's a W reversal. Until that cracks, this is still a reversal. So this very well could play up into hereafter. But we do need to hold this 1.095 trillion. We are slightly below it. So that is something to pay attention to start the trading week. Bitcoin at 26,757. Down about 1.36%. But it hasn't given up the pattern yet, but it very well, this is putting up a formation. If this were to pull down and pull here, that would be that 9% drop finish off from the rejection up here. So rejection, 9% drop if it plays out. Now, the one thing we still see though is we still got this W that has not cracked. So it's possible that this is a consolidatory pull to try to take one more attempt up. But if you do break, you're not looking great. We're not looking great if we continue to break down. 25,194 would be the next thing with Bitcoin. Unless we do manage to hold and return and rally back to the top side, 28K is where we're looking to return to. So you have to watch that urgently as we are flipping a little bit bearish on Bitcoin. XRP's at 0.5322, down 0.76%. Still seems to be overachieving the market. We've come up to the mid-tier 5375. At first glance got, I don't want to say rejected because we haven't really come down that far. We're just keep holding these consolidatory areas. To me, unless we break down, we still have to finish this off at 585. And we also have a big resistance at 558. So we could have this could be another liquidity hold. We haven't really had a bunch of sell pressure. We've got the daily time frame where it's starting to pull back up here. So it's interesting with XRP. XRP is very interesting. If we do have a weekly cross here in the 20-day, because we've still held the weekly 200-day support. So it's very interesting. So right now what I'm watching for this morning, can we continue to hold here? Bull 522, like I said yesterday. 522 is the bulls are going to fight their ass off to hold that 522 as a new support. And so far, so good. We're actually over the 53-cent mark. XLM, however, is falling under some pressure as well. XLM is on that golden cross support. It's holding the 200-day. If we lose this 200-day support, this is where you could have a major drop. And that's where you could lose this inverted head and shoulders. But right now, in the 2-hour time frame, we're still at a very, very interesting point. We've had about 6 holds in this area over the last 12 hours on the last 6 candles. So right now it comes down to this. Are we going to come down and lose this 903 area, 902? Or is this the start of some kind of reversal here? Because we still have that gigantic W reversal. This is still a first layer of 3 on the breakout if we do in fact hold this inverted head and shoulders. As I've been saying for the better part of 11 days now, you have to, under 8.5, if you break that, or 8.55, depending on where you want to put it, but 8.5, if you break that level, that invalidates the inverted head and shoulders. And then all of a sudden this pattern's not going to continue to run like you would expect. But right now, we're still in that zone right now where we're still above the golden cross area on the support. Yes, we did come through the 20-day support on the 4-hourly, but we're holding the golden cross support level. That's what we talked about yesterday, having to come back down there and see if we're still strong enough. And now we're down here. So if we do have a reversal and this holds, this will slingshot out of here. This would slingshot out of here to about 959 if this does hold immediately. So that's what we're looking for. If it breaks down and we lose the 8.5, the 0.85, we know that this is a very bad sign and we've hit a very big reversal. Just like if you see XRP break the 92.22 or the 52.22, 50 cents and 494, that would be the equivalent if we lose the 494 on XRP to XLM losing the 8.5 level. So it's not done yet. We are consolidating. If we can hold these levels, this would be a tremendous sign to push up. and we could finish off these patterns. If not, this could be a very quick end due to what happened with the Treasury notes. So we just have to see how the market reacts this morning. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that like button. If you're looking to trade XRP, XLM, or your favorite crypto, video description below and or pinned comments, MEXC and or BitGet. Also UPHOLD in there as well if you're looking in the USA to buy XRP. But the latter of the two, MEXC and BitGet, no spot fees on the buy and sell. You can future trade up to 250x long you're shorting the market. And that's in the video description below and or pinned comments. And if you want to show me some support, join Tom's Army, or just get any information about the channel, send a donation. That's in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, it's going to be a slippery slope to 2025. And it is your job and my challenge to you. Choose positivity over negativity.